Hey everybody, it's me, Robert Jones, back with a new video, 2A today. First, I want to give a big thanks to many people who have been still sending me comments, still asking me questions about particular guns, about particular things, and I'm happy to always answer them or get to them, at least get to them in a timely manner. I haven't been on YouTube. I at least haven't made a video for a couple of weeks. I just wanted to take it easy for a bit. Still been working on guns, working on welding. I got a little test piece right here from TIG Welding. Just been busy with a lot of stuff, and so I just haven't been in the mood to make videos. But I have been keeping track of things that have been going on, especially things concerning the Second Amendment. I figured I'd get my first AR-15 out just to stay, just to be in character. That's a nice prop, you know. First thing I want to talk about was just the rally that happened in Virginia back in January. I stayed tuned to it. I've been on Reddit, read a lot of comments, and there have been Redditors who were there at the rally, and I was happy to see that see that many people turn out to the Virginia State Capitol because they had several bills um, that were being discussed, to increase gun control in their state. So I was happy to see many people had a peaceful protest, a peaceful armed protest at that. Because there was sometime leading up to the protests online, there were discussions about how should people dress, what people should carry, should they carry at all, what happens if you're not allowed to be on Capitol grounds, are people going to show up, and a lot of that have been answered that morning on January 20th, where you saw many people out there with ARs, AKs, kitted out. I didn't see a ghillie suit, but I did see enough camo and plate carriers to really get people to take notice. There were there was one guy, I think his name was his name was Brandon Lewis. I hope I get that right. Who has a gun store up in New York. He traveled down to Virginia. He was a guy with a big grin, holding the Barrett 50 caliber. You know, he must have some muscles because that's this. I'm very sure it was a task to be carrying that rifle around. Many of them were bundled up because it was very cold that day. So if they were wearing something on their face, it wasn't because they were trying to hide their identity. It's because it was freaking cold. Um, they left a good report. They had cleaned up after themselves. There was a lady who had I read an account of a lady who had a store, but she had a little restaurant down that was pretty close to the State House, and she said she didn't have enough time to put up a sign to ask people to leave their rifles at the door. But many people came in with their guns, all kitted out, and they were very friendly, And she said, she just let it slide, and it turned out to be good for her because many people had closed their stores, and in anticipation for things going south. But she decided to stay open, and it paid off well for her. Got a lot of people took pictures over there, so that was pretty nice. And an update to that, uh, earlier this week, maybe I think just a few days ago, a Senate bill had been voted. They have been voted down. There were four Democrats that voted against it. So there are people that are very happy to see that even those on the other side of the aisle, in terms of in terms of who's more supportive of gun rights, Second Amendment essentially. It was happy to see Democrats stand up for the Second Amendment in some capacity. I'm pretty sure more details may come out about it, but as of right now, I think it's a good thing that it was at least shelved until next year. Let's see. I know there were some bills in South Carolina, where I'm at, that were introduced. I know the red flag law in Columbia is being challenged by the Attorney General um, of our state, Alan Wilson. Because the what was voted on in this county was something that's he openly declared it being unconstitutional because it was an affront to the Second Amendment and it went against state law. So he's bringing a suit against the mayor for that. As far as constitutional carry, that's if I remember correctly, that's been shelved until I think the last week of the assembly to vote on. So it's up in the air as to what will happen on that. I still, as you guys know, I support constitutional carry. I went to the state house a few years ago to, talk about it. Got to see the legislative process in action, at least the, beginning parts of it. It was quite an experience. Overall, I'm pretty optimistic. I'm still hopeful as to how things will be in the future. I think a big part of that has been many of you guys who are watching this, who are watching this video. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have educated many people on, on shooting, on the history of the Second Amendment, why we have it, why it's important. I'm pretty sure many of you guys have been passing the knowledge on to kids, young adults, even some elderly people, even some elderly folks who may have had the wrong, may have the wrong ideas about why the public is armed. So I'm very big thank you to you, to those of you out there who who do your part in terms of educating everyone. Also taking people out to the range, get practice, and I say thank you to you, to those of you who do that as well, and to your gunsmiths out there. Keeping these machines running is very important. So I'm going to give a big thanks to many of you who tinker with your own stuff, who would customize, up the yin yang with all types of gizmos and doodads in your rifles or your handguns, shotguns, or what have you. Even I've seen something funny. It was like a tactical knife where someone put a rail on a combat knife and put a scope on it. And it was just something goofy on the internet. But it's just cool to see some humorous things like that. But just the rest, went through a short video, kind of talking about how things are going so far. I know some other places. There are some states that are moving in the right direction. Some struggling, still, and some are just catching all kinds of hell, like California, New Jersey, Maryland, especially with the red flag laws. But I think we should, continue to dig our heels in and not give up. Continue to educate everyone, anyone who's willing to learn about the Second Amendment, about just liberty in itself. And we shouldn't give up. It does take eternal vigilance to enjoy the liberties that we have. So let's not give up the fight. But that's all I wanted to say. Tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think of the current state of the Second Amendment in our country? Do you think it's going in the right direction? Do you think it's falling back? Do you think it's stagnant? What do you think? Please share your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, check out my older videos and look forward to new videos to come. If you want to help out with the channel, to help the channel grow with new projects, maybe a better camera, because something I've been thinking about is getting a different GoPro. I'm still using the Hero 3 from, I think I got it back in 2016. But I've seen it seems to still be working. It's good, but great if I can get something better. But if you want to help out with the channel, just look for the Give Up That Cheese link on the homepage of my channel and take it to PayPal. Donate any amount you want, and if I see your name with the amount, I'll remember to do a shout out to my next video. Any gripes, complaints, see me at PM. I'll see if we can address them. That's my video. 2A today. If you guys enjoyed it, I'm Edward Jones. Guys, take care and God bless.